Hello everyone, I'm Claire Marie B and welcome to my channel. I love bullet journaling and great stationery, so check out my channel for my bullet journal journey. Today I'm going to be reviewing brush paint pens by Artistro. They've kindly sent me this set of paint pens and asked me to review them. I'm not being paid for this review, all opinions in it are on my own. It's a completely honest review and my opinion of the pens. There's nothing in it for me to be misleading. So let's dive right in. Okay, let's check out the packaging. It's good quality and there's a magnetic fastening. As you can see, that fastening is really sturdy and it doesn't pop back open again. I can shake the box and it's not coming undone. So it's super sturdy. I like that they've included some drawings on the box and it's really, really effective on the black background. On the back of the box is the pen colour guide. There's 8 matte pens and 8 metallic pens. And there's some really straight to the point information about the pens on the back of the box as well. On the top of the box is a QR code where you can download a free brush lettering worksheet. They are always super useful and handy to have, so I'll be checking that out. The only thing that's missing for me on the box is a note on how to store the pens. I usually keep pens like this horizontally so that the tip doesn't dry out, but it's always good for the manufacturer to tell you the best way. So you can see there's more information on the box on the back that's relevant to the pens. Let's open the box. There's an info sheet on there with some more information and a QR code again for you. And then you can see we have all of the pens. So here's our 16 pens. The 8 matte pens are at the front and the 8 metallic pens are at the back. Let's grab one of the pens out here. You can see it's a really nice and chunky pen, easy to hold, and the key information is printed on the side of each pen. The basic colours have a white barrel and the metallic colours have a black barrel, so it's really easy to tell them apart. Let's grab the matte colours and have a look at these. So all of the basic colours are included here. The basic colours, I would say, obviously are your main primary colours. You'll notice the green is a lovely mint green, so that's a little bit different and a nice surprise. And you have all your bases covered. The metallic colours feature a little bit more of a flare, as I would call them. So this is where you've got some of the slightly in between shade colours. So again, you've got some really good strong colours there, like the blues. That's probably the main one that kind of matches up. Everything else is then a bit different. You've got your pinks and your purples in the metallic colours. Let's try the pens in my bullet journal. First of all, I'm going to use them in the most white paper that I've got. Some of the dotted journals that I have are more of a cream colour. This is a really, really bright white colour paper. So let's try them on there. First of all, let's go in for the red and we'll have a little look at we'll just do some brush lettering and keep it nice and simple. So here's the red pen first of all. And let's just keep it nice and simple. I'll do a block colour and a little bit of the hand lettering as well so you can see that. I really like how the ink flows. It's a really nice juicy pen and really good colour flow. The ink is a very, very steady stream of ink. It's quite a chunky nib, so you'd have to be light touch if you want to do small sections or use them to colour. These aren't dual nibs, so you are getting the brush only, so they would be great for lettering in larger art pieces. If you want more control or you're doing much more detailed work, then you're going to need to look at getting something with a smaller nib. That's the mint green pen. I have to say I absolutely love the colour of that. It's brilliant. It was such an unexpected colour to get in the set. And here's the yellow. Again, very, very vibrant colour, really lovely amount of ink flow. Juicy is just the best word to use to describe these pens. I used some paint pens last year, but they weren't brush pens. I had to shake them to get the ink to flow and then press the nib. I really liked using them, but I had to, there was a buildup of ink in the nib and in the cap. You don't have that with these. You don't have to kind of like clean all of that off. It's just they're just a different type of paint pen. And when I've done these colours, you can see on here, there's no need for these to to be built up in the colour, whereas that's what I needed to do with the other paint pens. So here we are with the metallic ones. As you can see the shine there as I tilt them. The metallic pens they're good on the white, but obviously it's a little, I just imagine that these are going to be better on blackout paper when I switch it over to that, and I'm going to try that shortly and show you what they look like on there. They're good on here. I like the metallic on the white, and you can see it sort of glistening, and as I say, as I tilt the book, you'll see the difference in the metallic versus the matte colour. But I think if I'm going to use the white paper, I'm going to get more effective solid colour using the matte pens. Perhaps I can use the metallics as extra highlights if I'm doing some bits of art. What I really want to do is see how these pens look using the Blackout Pages. So I'm going to use dot journal blackout pages that I have, which are Archer and Olive. And let's first of all start with some of the basic colours. So I'm going to start with this gorgeous mint green again. As you can see, it really, really pops on the blackout pages. The ink flows just as smooth. You can see that the colour just stands out a little bit more. And you can see again the really juicy, thick nib of the pen, and how much ink you get out, but also that the ink flow is really even. The yellow is super bright on here too. They obviously seem like they are brighter on here. I think I actually like the mint green on the white pages maybe better. I mean, they're both really, really good, obviously. So let's have a look at some of the metallic pens on the blackout pages. So this is the Ready Pink one. Let's have a look at the gold pen. Wow, that does come out really bright on here. Now let's have a look at this nice olive green colour. I'm a huge fan of green at the moment. I seem to be using a green in an awful lot of my bullet journal spreads. That's a good colour on there. It's not quite as bright as the gold, but I do really like it. I'll tilt the book here so that you can see the shine of those pens. Let's try a few of the other colours out on here and see what they look like too. So they look great on the blackout pages, really shiny and effective on the metallic ones. The matte ones look really good on there as well. The paler colours I think look better, the darker colours probably better on the white paper, but I really want to see now how they work on craft paper. For those of you who watch my bullet journal setups, you know that I love a bit of craft paper, so let's have a look at what these look like on here. Trying out the white is really important to me because I often use the white ink on craft paper. I think sometimes, a lot of the time, it just looks better on craft paper than the black on the designs that I use it for. I like the white on here. I probably would build up the colour just a little bit more. That's the only one of the paint pens so far where I would have maybe looked at doing some extra layers. I just think the white has got potential to pop even more on the, especially when you compare it to some of the metallic ones that like what I used on the blackout pages. So that's a bit of a demo of the Artistro paint brush pens. I really like them. I'll definitely be using them more. I love the juicy colour and the ink flow. For lettering and larger art pieces, these are really great. If you're looking for something that's going to be a little more refined, I'm sure Artistro will have pens that will do that, but because of the size of the nibs on these, I would say if you're going to do really delicate things, they're not going to quite be the right pen for you. They don't go through my pages, but it's worth me mentioning I'm using 160 GSM pages on here. If you're using anything that's more like 100 GSM or less, they may well ghost. That's not going to be the fault of the pen, obviously. That's more going to be the thicker the paper, the the less ghosting that you're going to have. In summary, great pens, and I'm excited to use the Blackout definitely in the future, because look how much those pens pop on those pages. But equally, I'm so impressed with how they look on the white pages and the craft paper too. I hope you've enjoyed the video today. Don't forget to subscribe and click the notification bell to be told when I release new content, and I'll catch you in my next video. Bye!